everyone, welcome to Study Ignore, where we make learning programming fun and beginner friendly. In today's video, we are diving into one of the most essential topics in Python, classes and objects. This is your first big step into the world of object oriented programming, also known as OOP. Whether you are just starting with Python or want to strengthen your foundation, this video will make the concepts crystal clear. So grab a notebook, stay focused, and let's begin this journey into Python's OOP world together. Let's begin with a simple question. What is OOP? Object-oriented programming is a programming style where everything revolves around objects, real-world models that contain both data and functions. The five pillars of OOP are class, object, inheritance, polymorphism, and encapsulation. Today we will focus on just the first two, class and object, the building blocks of everything else. These concepts help you write code that is more organized, scalable, and easier to debug. Once you understand how to group data and functions together inside objects, you will write cleaner code and build real-world applications effortlessly. To understand classes and objects, think of a blueprint. Imagine you have a blueprint of a car. It defines how a car should look and what features it should have. But it's not a real car, it's just the plan. This blueprint is like a class in Python. It defines what attributes and behaviors the object will have. Now, when you use that blueprint to build a real car, that's your object. You can build many cars from the same blueprint, each with its own unique color, number plate, and fuel type. Just like that, you can create multiple objects from one class, each storing its own data. This analogy makes OOP super relatable. What is a class in Python? A class in Python is like that blueprint we just talked about. It's a user-defined data structure that lets you group data called attributes and functions called methods together. Here's the basic syntax. Class, class name, attributes and methods. When you define a class, you are telling Python what properties and behaviors any object created from this class should have. For example, a student class might have attributes like name and age and method like study or attend class. Think of classes as templates to create real-world like structures in code. What is an object? An object is a real instance of a class. Using the class as a blueprint, we create an object that stores actual values. Let's say we have a student class. When we create a student named Asha, that's an object. It stores real values for the name, age, and any other attributes. Here's the syntax. S1 equal to student. Now, S1 is an object of the student class. We can access its attributes like s1.name and use its methods like s1.study. Every object you create can have different data even though it's made from the same class. Creating a simple class. Let's write our first class. Class student. Name equal to John. Age equal to 20. This class defines two attributes, name and age. These attributes are class variables. They belong to the class itself and are shared across all instances unless overridden. Right now, we don't have any methods, just static data. This is a simple structure but lays the foundation for how you can expand your class to be dynamic, interactive, and powerful. Creating and using an object. Let's create an object using the class we just made. S1 equal to student. Print of s1.name. When we run this code, it prints John because that's the default name in the class. What's happening here is Python creates an object in memory that has access to the class variables and methods. You can create multiple objects from this same class, each behaving like a separate real world entity. The init method. Init is a special method in Python called a constructor. It's automatically called when you create a new object from a class. Here's how it looks. Def init of self comma name comma age. Self dot name equal to name. Self dot age equal to age. This allows us to assign values when the object is created. S1 equal to student of Asha comma 21. Now each object can have its own data, dynamic and specific. The init method is one of the most powerful tools in OOP for initialization and flexibility. Self parameter. You have probably noticed that we always write self inside class methods. So what is it? Self refers to the current object instance. It allows each object to access its own variables and methods. It's automatically passed by Python. You don't need to pass it manually. Think of self like the word my in English. When you say my name is Asha, you are referring to your own name. Similarly, self.name refers to that object specific name. Adding methods to a class. Let's make our class more useful by adding a method. Class student def init of self comma name. Self.name equal to name. Def greet of self. Print hello comma self.name. This greet method can now be used by any student object. S1 equal to student of Asha, S1.greet. Output will be hello Asha. Now our objects can not only store data, they can also perform actions. Multiple objects. You are not limited to just one object. You can create many. S1 equal to student of Asha, S2 equal to student of Rahul. Each object holds its own data and acts independently. This is powerful because it mirrors the real world. Each student in a class is unique but follows the same structure. Object versus class attributes. Let's compare two types of attributes. Class attribute shared by all objects. Object attribute unique to each object. Example, class dog, species equal to canine. Def of init of self comma name. Self dot name equal to name. So no matter how many dogs you create, they will all have species equal to canine but different names. Encapsulation. Encapsulation means hiding details that shouldn't be accessed directly. In Python, you can use a single or double to make variables private. Self password equal to secret. This doesn't fully prevent access but signals to others, hey, don't touch this. Encapsulation keeps your code clean and secure, especially in large programs or when working with sensitive data. Benefits of using classes. Why should we use classes in real world projects? Because they offer code reusability. Write once, use many times. Clean structure, organized into logical groups. Easier debugging, isolate and fix faster. Scalability, easily add new features. They also open the door to advanced topics like inheritance, polymorphism and design patterns. Let's wrap up what we have learned. A class is a blueprint. An object is an instance of that blueprint. Init method helps us initialize objects. Self lets each object refer to itself. Here's a quick quiz to test your learning. What does self refer to in a method? Which method runs automatically when an object is created? Leave your answers in the comments. We love reading them. Thanks a lot for staying till the end. If you found this helpful, please like the video, subscribe to Study Recno and share this with your friends who are learning Python. Your support motivates us to keep creating simple, high quality content just for you. See you in the next video.